Hey everyone, Kate, Boorer and Fiona Pearman here. This week we are talking about the signals that play out in life that really showcase to us that perhaps we're not clear. And every week, every conversation, we talk about the importance of being clear. So this is a really good one to dig into.
Yes, some of the things to really start to observe and notice in your behaviour are things like procrastination. Where is it that you kind of know you need to get on with something, but for whatever reason, you're not getting around to it? You know it's important, but you keep shying away. You don't get the thing done. You don't deliver on time, and it's actually costing you a bit of time and energy. I think one of the big ones we see often is this thing about indecision. I've got lots of options. I could do all these different things and all of them feel exciting and interesting. And yet, choosing one feels like, oh, that means I'm going to have to give this up or I aren't going to get to do that. And that indecision is often one of the big signals that clarity is missing in the situation.
Yeah, I think it's really easy to tell ourselves stories around procrastination that I need more information. So it's really easy to make these feel true, right, and real for us. Likewise, we're just kind of being open and available. I'm being opportunistic. There's lots of really good ways we can say these are good things to do. And yes, there are versions of where that is the truth and that there is value. And in most of our experience, these different signals, procrastination, indecision, keeping our options all open, perhaps saying yes to everything, or saying yes and then staying stagnant, right? So not taking action. And I'm coaching a client at the moment who's got a pretty big decision around career, like many of our clients in our world. And it's that piece of like, how does it feel when you've made a decision? What do you notice in your body when you start to lean in to taking action around what's going on? Because I think sometimes, in fact, we know most of the time, these signals that keep us stuck or stop in a stop position really are just evidence for perhaps what's really going on underneath, which is around fear.
Yes, I think we see this so frequently, and this not really having clarity, not knowing what it is that I'm saying yes to, and particularly, what I might be saying no to, because underneath it is a real concern, a real worry. If I say yes to this, if I go ahead, if I do it and it goes belly up, if it's really bad and, I make a big mistake, I screw it up, we know that's going to feel pretty horrible. And so to avoid that feeling and avoid potentially that experience, we might be just sitting on the fence and we might be avoiding actually, whatever it is we need to do to either say yes or no to what's in front of us.
Yeah, and of course, also when you're saying yes to something, we're saying no to something else. Like the reality of the world we live in now is you cannot say yes to everything. And so, in fact, it's an art form to be really clear about who you are, what you want, where you want to go, to be able to say yes to things that are in service of you and your goals, and to say no to those things that are not in service, even though they may be good opportunities. And I think, lots of examples of this in our world always, where we have clients that say no to promotion opportunities, which in the absence of having that crystal clear idea of who they are, what they want, where they want to go, what promotion opportunity would serve them, what opportunity potentially wouldn't. In the absence of that, we, sometimes just blindly, unconsciously navigate what can seem like good opportunities, but actually are not going to be leading us towards our goals.
Yes, and I think this really touches into something that we see a lot, which is the cost of not getting clear. So when I'm not clear about what it is that's important to me, about my values and what I really want to create in my life, I will tend to be swayed by the latest thing. Whatever comes along will feel exciting, and I may well make a decision and not really have thought through the cost of that. Equally, I may be avoiding a decision, or I may be saying, I'm not quite ready yet, or I've got to do more, I need to do this first before that. And again, that procrastination is actually costing us the weeks, the months, all of the experience, all of the learning that would have happened if we just said yes and taken some action.
Yeah, I think it's really easy, as I said earlier, to tell ourselves stories that I need more information, or I'm just going to wait a little bit and see what other information comes, or what happens, what's new, what's different, all of those sorts of things. And it's this lack of connection and consciousness with what a lack of clarity is costing us, which actually makes it super easy just to go, oh, tomorrow, I'll worry about it tomorrow, or next week, or next month. One of the things we're talking about a lot at the moment, because we just kicked off the final Acts of Confidence program for the year, is, you're either sliding into the year and saying yes to really stepping up and getting clear and setting yourself up for success in 2023, or you're saying, you know what, I'm going to wait till next year. And the reality is right now, waiting till next year means we're 4, probably 6 months away from getting any traction upside on being able to achieve our goals. So this lack of clarity around what I want and why I want it, that connection with why it's important, means that it's really easy just to kind of make those excuses or say it's not important, because actually we don't know what's important or even why it's important.
Yeah, I think the clearer we can get, understanding what our North Star is, what our reason why is, digging into that, and consciously choosing something that allows us to have a level of clarity. It may not be everything we want first up, but a decision gets us closer to clarity, as does the next one from there. So the more we're willing to make one choice and to start to say no to a few things, the easier it is to make the next one, and so on.
So if you've enjoyed today's confidence conversation, please share it with your network. If you know someone who would benefit from it, we'd love for you to bring them into our world. Head over to Facebook, follow us there. Lots of great videos for you to dig into and go deeper with your relationship with core confidence. And of course, head over to our website for lots more resources on how you can activate your relationship with core confidence at coreconfidence.com.au.